So United States Ambassador to Kenya, Ambassador Margaret Whitman, Cabinet Secretary, Water, Sanitation and Irrigation, the Honorable Alice Ohome, and representative of the Minister of Health, representatives from the USAID, representatives from the national government, and also the county government. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm here to represent the Council of Governors, all the 47 governors of this country. I'm very much with you here, and the Council of Governors appreciates the invitation to this remarkable event on the water, sanitation and hygiene as a precursor of the World Water Day 2023. The Council, through its committees, has been strategic in supporting counties to enhance performance and service delivery to the devolved units. This is through various mechanisms, including providing a forum for consultations amongst county governments, strengthen intergovernmental relations, sharing best practices, consideration of matters of common interest to counties, among other interventions. The water sector remains a significant prioritized area of development in the counties through targeted planning and budgeting as envisaged in the Constitution of Kenya 2010. These targeted development have realized progress as witnessed in improved water infrastructure, which is aimed at ensuring uninterrupted supply in both urban and rural settings. Additionally, counties have ensured that a detailed policy and legal instruments are in place, with 35 county governments having enacted water acts and policies, while 21 already have county water master plans. However, as we endeavor to achieve universal and equitable access to safe and affordable drinking water for all, and adequate and equitable sanitation and hygiene for all by 2030, many development and policy challenges remain. Some of these challenges include, number one, rural areas and informal sectors are faced with poor water accessibility, largely due to the need for extensive infrastructure development, which is further aggravated by prolonged droughts facing many parts of this country. Another one, governance challenges in the sector, especially in community-run water providing entities and high electricity bills. Also, inadequate and low technology in water and sanitation service provision. For example, in groundwater exploitation, which has considerable potential for boosting water supplies in Kenya. And lastly, the need for enhanced goodwill from both levels of government, coupled with enhanced investments from development partners to accelerate access and ability of counties to achieve the water sector objectives. Ladies and gentlemen, the Council of Governors appreciates the formal partnership with the USAID following the signing of an MOU between the two institutions. This formalized partnership was meant to strengthen and synergize the shared goal by supporting a collaborative accountability framework in implementing devolution and service delivery to citizens through various strategic interventions such as transformational partnership, good governance, economic development, and meeting the gaps and the needs in the counties. This partnership went ahead to support co-creation of joint annexes for sector priorities in water, sanitation and hygiene, arid and semi-arid lands, and in health. We are happy that this process kickstarts this week on actualization and implementation of the identified areas of partnership under the joint annex. Some of the WASH priorities that require immediate consideration in this forum include: 1. Strengthening research and dissemination, technology development and transfer. This involves participatory and collaborative research towards data-driven interventions. GIS and remote sensing technologies in water supply and water resource management, as well as technology, packaging, and transfer to end users. The other one is investments aligned to county-prioritize water and sanitation plans and projects, including water treatment plants, water storage infrastructure, dams, and expansion of sewerage coverage, especially in the urban and informal settlements. Also, strengthening water utilities in water governance and service provision, especially in the rural areas. This is by offering technical and financial support to enhance commercial viability, operational and economic efficiency of the water utilities, including adoption of renewable energy such as solar energy to cut costs on energy consumption in the water pumping and reticulation. And lastly, building resilience for vulnerable populations through various climate change adaptations, interventions, and solutions. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to reaffirm our commitment on behalf of the Council of Governments in endeavoring to act towards the realization of the Sustainable Development Goal number 6 and the Kenya Vision 2030 as we forge stronger partnerships in the water and sanitation sector. On behalf of the 47 county governments, I once again appreciate the support of the USAID in bringing this forum, and I wish you successful deliberations in the next 3 days. Finally, as I conclude, I cannot mention something specific. I cannot fail to mention something specific to my county, Nayandarua. We are one of the largest water providers in the country and home to one of the most fragile yet critical water tower, that is the Badilisha. We are also holding this forum at a very unique period when the whole country is facing a severe drought which has disseminated populations of animals, both domestic and wild, and threatens livelihoods of millions of our people across every inch of this great nation. Today, one of the most iconic lakes, the only high-rad lake in this country, Lake Badilisha, home to the most unique collection of bird species on earth, and hippopotamus, is dry. Many more rivers from the Badilisha are drying in speeds never witnessed before. The effects of climate change are not one to be mitigated or contained in a short period of time. It is going to be a long investment in both rehabilitation, restoration, and mitigation of the ecosystem to at least guarantee sustainable water supply. These statistics, ladies and gentlemen, are chilling and unmitigated. They pose perhaps the most pronounced climate-driven conflict in our country. Lake Badilisha is the source of Ewasonyiro and extends to the lowest end of the deserts of Samburu and Somali. Yet, they no longer have a drop of water. The Badilisha supplies water to Nairobi, Nakuru, Kiabu, and almost every other county around. Millions depends on it. Therefore, while this may not be the most appropriate forum to adequately discuss this issue, it affords me, as the custodian of this water tower and a critical ecosystem with implications beyond the environment, some bearing serious security ramifications, to sound the alarm and ask us to also take a paradigm shift in funding water sector interventions and also begin to critically think about the water sources, even as we focus on the water access and uses. Asanteni sana. God bless you as we engage in this exercise, which I'm sure is going to add a lot of value to our country. God bless you. Thank you.